From the Ear to There Travel Studio, this is the Ear to There Disney Podcast.
The Ear to There Podcast, it's time to start the show. Be sure to hold on tight, here we go. Exploring all the different Disney destinations. Ear to There, it's time to start the fun.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ear to There Disney Podcast. I'm your host, Phil Gramlich. I'm also the owner and the founder of Ear to There Travel, which is a Disney specialized travel agency. And it's my job, along with all of the vacationers on the Ear to There Travel team, to take away all that stress, all that anxiety, and all that time that it takes to plan a Disney trip so you can focus on the really, really fun things and the important things like having a great time with your family and friends and enjoying the magic. You can listen to this podcast, request a free, no obligation quote, and meet every single person on the Ear to There Travel team over at eartotheretravel.com. Alrighty, this is episode number 198 for the week of May the 4th, 2020. May the 4th be with you. Happy Cinco de Mayo. And enjoy the revenge of the 6th. And now that that's all said and done, grab a drink, grab a snack, and as a famous mouse once said, on with the show. Here to talk all about the Disney characters we'd want to be quarantined with is a lady who hasn't been on the show for a while, although I see her every day. Actually,
Lucky Duck.
Let me revise that. Every minute of every day, especially in the quarantine.
You are the luckiest person
it's
alive.
True. Amy Liz, I already know the answer, but how the heck are you?
I'm great. We really are making the best of the quarantine here, I would say. Some days are fabulous. Some days we hide in the bathroom and cry, but only for a couple minutes at a time.
Crying. I'm more of a hide in the bathroom and rage.
I actually sometimes hide in the bathroom and eat cookies.
I hide in the bathroom and I'm like, oh, that's
I use my time much more often to eat cookies and Cheetos in the bathroom.
Cheetos. I haven't seen any Cheeto dust in the bathroom. I've seen cookies.
We just got them from the shift. We didn't have them for a while.
I wonder, we're really lucky because we have kind of this outlet to talk about it. I know a lot of parents can't, and this is a family show, so I'm not going to go too in depth into that stuff. But a lot of parents who have little kids don't really talk about what's going on all the time. And
no, we can't. We do once they're asleep, and by then you're so tired and you don't really want to talk about it.
Yeah, it's been and I was like, well, now that they're home, the kids are home, and I have a lot less responsibilities, it's going to be way easier to record podcasts every day. That's not true.
No, that's not true.
It's double as hard to record podcasts now.
It is. Well, because homeschool, right? We didn't really foresee.
And you to lay all the cards on the table. You do 99.9999999% of homeschool. The only thing I ever do is walk the dog or distract people.
But that takes all your day.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just the days have been so busy. I keep hearing people say oh my God, April was the longest month. May is when I feel like March was the slowest month ever.
March was 3 years long.
And then April kind of flew by.
It really did fly by.
You know what it is? It's
weird.
You know how some people say the days are long, but the weeks are fast? Mm-hmm. Or the weeks fly by? To me, it's the days are fast and the weeks are fast. Not to say that this doesn't feel like we've
April
been in.
was.
Right, not to say it doesn't feel like we've been in the house for 4 years, because it does feel like that.
It does.
But I don't know if do you know what I mean?
No, I know
think
exactly
you and I
what you
both
mean.
said that, this is taking a while and it's going to take a while longer, but it's a little easier than I thought it would be most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the fact that we have three kids.
The craft beer doesn't hurt.
And the Cheetos. The fact that we have 3 kids, I think I feel very lucky and fortunate because they play with each other and entertain each other a lot, so we can get a lot done. And the homeschool, listen, some of it is pretty tough, but generally I love it because it just takes the day. Like
it does.
by the time you're done with homeschool and eating and cleaning and all, it's like 4 p.m. And once I'm at 4, I'm like, we're
It's
golden.
mode.
We're golden. We can just throw on a movie, have some dinner, maybe throw on another movie or play a game
Maybe
and go to
some Disney Plus TV after.
Right.
Just Alexa and
We
I
play
talk.
a lot of games, a lot of card games and such.
Yeah, we have to play. We have the Disney Family Feud edition.
Yes, we haven't even opened it.
Or the Family Feud Disney edition.
Exciting.
Yeah, when Lex and I did the show last week, Alexa, our oldest daughter, we were talking about shows on Disney Plus, and now we have a new show to add to it with prop culture. This show's been awesome.
Oh, it's been great. We only have one left.
I know, it's a
One
bummer.
little baby episode.
Anyway, sorry, what were you going to say?
No, that's it. No, but I think that I'm glad that you feel comfortable talking about it, and it's good to talk about it, I think. And, we've been really, really positive, I think, mostly because we have kids. And so we really want to
Right.
focus on the positives with them. But I think also sometimes kind of forcing yourself to be positive about something that's not so positive makes you feel a little calmer about it.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think making yourself, and you know what helps us a lot too is getting out, and when it's nice, the weather's warming up now.
I think that helps everyone.
Getting
now
out in
that
the
it's
sunshine, walking around.
Because the rainy days are the tough days because you're like, whoa, I can't even leave the house. And that's rough. But those days, we usually just go for a drive.
Yeah, take a drive, crack the windows, go somewhere where there's not a lot of people. Just take a drive.
We don't get out of the car.
No, we don't. We haven't gotten out of the car.
No.
The only person that's gotten out of the car when they've gotten somewhere is me.
That's true.
I don't think you guys have gotten out of the car when you've gone
I
somewhere.
don't even know the
in
last time I
weeks.
was in the car. That's
No,
probably not
it's
good.
been. I mean, I'm the only driver in the house, so it's. Yeah, it's been an experience for sure. It's been, and I talking to other people and friends and other people who do this, podcasting and who run their own businesses, and it's been it's been an interesting time.
It's been a time.
let's-
But that's why I think this is fun, this podcast, because we're putting a funny, fun spin on it.
Yeah, and I
kind
got to
of-
give. God, I'm sorry.
No, I just think adding humor wherever you can right now is really important.
And I should have brought somebody else on the show then because you have a hard time adding humor anywhere. She just gave me the death
So
stare.
can you imagine, seriously, you guys being quarantined, speaking of people you want to be quarantined with, this doesn't end here.
It's not my fault that I'm so funny.
Oh, is that what that is?
Hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Hilarious.
Can you see how hard I'm laughing?
All right. So all the shouts out,
Oh, we talk about this every time. It's definitely shout outs.
go to Chris Yancik, my friend Chris, for this podcast.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. This is a
This
great
is
idea.
his idea, and I had some other things we were kicking around that we were going to do, and then we saw this one, like, let's do this one.
Yeah, no,
This
I'm
sounds fun.
excited. I've been excited about this one.
All right, so let's get started. Let's
Let's
You know,
do
we
it,
did-
baby.
We did over 6 minutes of check in on the quarantine people.
I think that's important.
I hope everybody's doing well. By the way,
I hope
And-
everyone is doing well too. Hang in there.
Yeah, and we know it's long. It's a long thing.
It's definitely longer, I think, than maybe first anticipated.
Yeah,
But
when we first heard, we were like, all right, 4 weeks. We could do 4
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah,
Then
no,
we're like,
it
6
just
weeks,
kinda
we do
keeps
6
going.
weeks. Yeah. Now we're like 8 weeks. We can do 8
not
weeks.
necessarily sure when it's going to end.
All right. Anyway,
But hey, we made it this far, so we can keep going.
yeah, just the only thing that's hurting is my waistline.
Yeah, mine too.
That's been compromised severely. in
Check
this.
the Cheetos and cookies comment earlier.
If we had Samoas, I'd be interested.
Oh, we have a bot. You don't
We
know
have
that?
Samoas?
Oh, we have a case of Samoa. Well, we don't now.
We're supposed
but-
to give those away to people.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Oh, we got it. All right. We still have some cookies for people that we have to send out.
I'm just kidding. We have enough, but yeah, no.
We got to send them out fast.
Rest
before we
assured, there are Samoas in there.
All right, so let's start with you, Ames.
Okay.
To remind people if they would have fast forwarded what the topic is. This
Did
is
we even
Dis-
say what the topic is?
Well, in the beginning I did, but now that
okay.
we've been talking about other stuff for 10 minutes,
Right.
I want to kind of revisit it a little
Okay,
bit.
go ahead. You remind them of the topic.
So it's Disney characters that you would want to be quarantined with, and then we might. Well, let's spoil the surprise right now. We also have some Disney characters that we would not want to be quarantined with. And I thought we would start off with the ones we want to be quarantined with.
That sounds good.
Because
to
I think
me.
the not want to be quarantined with has more potential for really
Humor.
making us laugh our butts off.
I'm in. I'm in for all the things.
So when you looked at this topic, did you think Disney animated only? Did you include Pixar characters? Did you just do Disney? Did you do movies only? What did you do? How did you look at it?
Okay, that's a great question. So I
know that's
did-
why they pay me the big bucks.
Who pays you the big bucks? So they,
I get an allowance around here.
My goodness. So I did mostly animated, and a couple Pixar's. No,
Okay.
I did all animated.
So
and
you
a
went,
couple Pixar's.
you took the name Disney and you just forgot. You just erased that off the board.
Yep.
You didn't go just Disney animated characters.
I did at least.
That's fine because I have no Pixar. I have straight Disney Animation Studio characters.
I'm not
on my
sure if
list.
this movie is Pixar or not. That's embarrassing. Oh no, sorry. I only have one Pixar.
All right, let's. So you only broke the rules once.
Right.
All right, who's your
And-
first one? First,
right.
and we're going to start with ones you want to be quarantined with.
Right. So as you always say,
Because I didn't think about them living in this house. I thought about me kind of going to where they were.
oh yeah, I didn't.
I
do that.
thought maybe I'm wrong on some of them. I
I think
thought
it doesn't. I don't
doesn't
think it matters.
No,
You're just quarantined with them wherever you.
I mean, like if you were going to be
are
quarantined with any character, you'd like pick the Sultan because he's a palace and you could be quarantined there forever.
Yeah, I didn't pick him.
I didn't either. I wish I thought it.
Because also, who would pick the Sultan? Do you know how lame he is?
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, whoever is like, oh my gosh, that is my favorite character.
And something about you picking this Sultan makes me feel like that could be inappropriate in some way. Maybe you're going to have a relationship with a
He's
Sultan
like
now.
really old. Anyway,
You're going to be a sugar mama
do you want me to do my turn or no?
walking around the palace in your
So you
bikini,
could do this for another 20 days.
sipping
I
on
don't know
your
if you guys are interested.
lambic framboise.
Oh, I do love lambic framboise. That is something
By
that
the
has got me through the
spool of your
quarantine.
pet tiger,
Oh my gosh. Please don't talk about
eating
the
escargot
Tiger
and
King.
I don't know what else he with the Sultan, but I'm sure he would have escargot at his palace.
You probably would.
Anyway.
Please don't tell your escargot joke.
I know I've told it more than once on the show.
So
Go ahead. So
So my first pick, as you always say, cards on the table. This was actually Alexa's pick.
why are you making fun of that?
I don't know. I don't know why I did that.
That's like a real saying. I didn't make that up.
No, you didn't. This is actually Lex's pick because it was inspired by she had just watched this movie for the first time the night before, and she was like, "Ooh, I would pick this character," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you thought of that because I would
Okay.
never have thought of him." So my first, but I was agreed, and I'm like, I'm putting him in. So my first character that I would want to be quarantined with is Merlin
Okay.
for two reasons. One, he can turn you into any creature you want. So if you don't feel like being in the house, but you have to be in the house because you're a human, that's okay. Just have him turn you into something else. A dog, a horse, a fish.
In the house?
What? Yeah, and then you could just scoot out.
All right. I'm cool with that.
You can talk.
Okay. Yeah, you can't talk as one of his animals.
You maintain your ability to talk.
That's true.
So you and he could be like dogs together, or he could stay the Merlin and
No.
he could walk you.
He's my dog.
I'm just saying. And then you could like do way more things than you can right now.
All right. I'm okay with that. With that for reason number one. What's your reason
Right.
number two?
And then the reason number two is the big one for adults, which is he can also see the future. Merlin can see the future.
Oh, that's clutch.
Oh, baby. So he can know when the quarantine ends.
That's clutch. Yeah.
He can know everything that's
God,
happening.
he could give me so many answers right
And
now.
oh my Lord, who doesn't want some answers?
Ah, man.
I'm telling you.
I'm like, can I eat that fourth Oreo and still not hate myself?
I think we all know
Merlin,
the
what do you
answer to
think?
that.
Can I have another night with just wings for dinner? Merlin, what do you think? Yeah, I like your first pick. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, that's a good one, right?
It's
too
good.
cold. I know.
I like it. All right. Do you have anything else on Merlin, or is that?
I'm good with Merlin.
That's pretty much it. All right.
Yes.
My first one, pretty easy. Just the first one I thought of, Rapunzel.
You did think of her. You told me initially, are you going to pick Rapunzel? And
Yeah.
I said, no.
No,
Because I didn't even
because
think
I
of
wanted to
why.
make sure. She's my first pick.
Yeah, you were excited about her.
Rapunzel's a first round pick in this draft. I'll tell you why.
Tell me why. Tell me
Couple
why.
things. One, first of all, she's kind of obsessed with brushing her hair. That has no reason. It's a little weird, but I can have to get past that.
Well, it's good hygiene, I guess.
I guess so, yeah.
Okay.
But she's a perfect quarantine buddy. First of all, been there, done that. She's been in a little house her entire life.
Oh, that's true.
She's never been able to leave.
She is an expert.
She's
she
never been
has
able to
so
leave.
many tips for you.
Yeah, so she's not gonna
a good
she's not
point.
gonna complain when I take up too much of the house. My stuff's all over the place. She can go find a little corner and
all
be
she
happy.
ever had anyway.
She can paint, brush her hair in a corner. She's good. Another thing, the reason why she would be so good
Yeah,
is
tell me.
can be summed up in song form.
Oh, please do.
Now, I'm not going to sing the song, but I will say the lyrics.
I got you.
Because it's the start of the movie after Flynn Rider and
My favorite
Eugene
song.
Fitzherbert and the Stabbington brothers which is, by the way, the greatest name ever.
It's the most fabulous name. Did everyone know that that's their name? Stabbington? Hilarious.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Hilarious.
So they steal the tiara from, or whatever it is. It's tiara, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or crown, whatever it is, from the palace. And
I always thought of it as a tiara.
as a Flynn Rider says, look at all the fun we've had, and it's only 8 in the morning. So here's the song. The beginning of the song sums up. Listen, and it's going to sound extremely chauvinistic. I'm aware of that going in. But you asked me what character I want to be quarantined with. Rapunzel. Here are the reasons. 1, 7 a.m., the usual morning lineup. Start on the chores and sweep till the floor's all clean. Polish and wax, do laundry and mop and shine up. Sweep again, and then by then it's like 7:15. She does all the chores by 7:15.
15 minutes.
15 minutes, bangs it out.
This is amazing.
She's got an amazing system.
She does.
Then
She's
later
a
in
really
the day,
good work ethic,
she has breakfast, and then later on, she's reading books. She's adding paintings to her gallery, playing guitar, knitting, cooking, puzzles, baking, paper mache, ballet, pottery, ventriloquy, candle making.
It's a lot of things.
She stretches,
in one day.
takes a climb, takes a climb, and then to top it all off, she sews a dress. This is one day.
A dress too?
This is the end.
Holy mackerel!
Sews a dress. I mean, it's the end of the day,
and she does it all with a smile.
She gets done more in one day of quarantine than I've gotten done in 8 weeks.
Same.
So,
well, it's funny that you mentioned her because
listen, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I know it sounds chauvinistic because I have this girl doing all this stuff for me. I'm happy to pay her. I'll pay her whatever she wants. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. You're not spending
right now. I
any
can't
other
pay her
money.
because I don't have any money coming in. The travel industry's dead right now. I have no money coming in.
It's a little rough.
But when, after the quarantine is over,
right? She knows.
Obviously, she knows we're going to pick back up.
She's getting like a big Venmo for you. She's looking forward to it.
Her Rapunzel's like, or her Rapunzel, her Venmo's like Pascal475 at Venmo.com. Anyway.
No, but it's funny that you mention her for those reasons.
Pascal rules.
Because I have an honorable mention, which I'll just throw in here, which was Cinderella. Same idea. Your house would sparkle and shine every single day.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to do a thing.
She's not on my list, but yeah.
No,
she keeps that
honorable.
Enormous, like Rapunzel, fine. She's a little tower, not a whole lot of square footage.
Cinderella takes like half an hour for the humongous.
I was going to say, Rapunzel's got one bed, one bath. It's not that hard.
No.
Cinderella's cleaning an entire palace.
But she doesn't just like do a little. Like she makes that.
She's doing laundry.
She makes it shine.
And she's filthy.
It looks amazing
She
afterwards.
is filthy and she's cleaning.
She doesn't even care.
All right, I think I might have been one up by you there. But
sorry, I didn't mean to.
I wish I had thought of that. I thought Rapunzel was golden.
You were good. You were good.
All right, what's your second pick?
All right, well, my second pick, I think, is
I think we're off to a rollicking start here. This is pretty good so far.
Yeah, I'm into it. And I think this one's super fun. My second pick, hands down, would be Kronk. Hands down. First of all, he's hilarious. Puffs. You would be completely entertained every single second. Sorry,
did I take it? Did I steal something? I'm sorry.
No, but you see where I'm going with it.
Yes.
And he is like a ridiculously great chef. And not only is he good at cooking, but he loves it.
Yeah.
It makes him so happy. So he would make you whatever you wanted.
See, now I don't feel so bad. So you have your boy toy Kronk there in the kitchen in his apron.
Yeah, there you go.
No shirt.
I don't care what he wears, but it's fine. He can wear whatever shirt he wants. But I'm very interested in having him cook. I'm not a great cook, so I'm into him like cooking.
I'm not saying anything about the.
No, I just don't really do that much of it. But
did we ever told the mustard in the bowl story on the podcast?
I don't think so.
Go ahead. Sorry, we'll go back to that. We'll table that. Table that. Circle back.
But I will say, because I actually talked to Jack about this one, and he said that's a really good pick, Mom. But you'd have to be careful with Kronk because I don't think he's much of a rule follower. So he said you're going to have to.
He's
let
easily
him
swayed,
know.
that's for sure.
Yeah. So especially with the angel devil on his shoulders.
Yeah, he doesn't really have great judgment.
No. So he said you would have to make sure that you like locked him up, and you would only be able to get food delivered, like groceries delivered to the house, so that then you could.
Yeah, and then you just give him the groceries and set him loose.
But you would never have to like order out or anything because he would want to cook every meal for you.
Yeah, I'm in on Kronk.
Right?
And he's very strong. He can do stuff around the house.
He is strong. But mostly, as I said, he's very
funny.
He's so funny. And he does so many things. Like he could just like sing for you or dance for you or whatever. Like he could probably teach you how to juggle, I feel like.
He can board you on Soarin' with no problem.
That's also true. So that is my second pick.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
I really like it. And I also have to tell quickly your mustard. Well, let me finish the story. Once we were having a cooking competition in our house, in our old apartment, I think we were in our apartment, right? Years ago.
Yeah, it was a
Maybe
long
10,
time
11
ago.
years ago.
Mhm.
It was before we had kids, before we got married. No, so I got married. Maybe it was 12 years ago. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so Amy decided her thing that she was going to make were deviled eggs. And she got her mom's deviled egg recipe, which she loved growing up. And my mom was there. And I remember my mom saying, Ames, do you think you put too much mustard in there? And we were like, no, I followed the recipe exactly. And then he took a scoop of the yolks and the...
No, I said, and I said, oh, maybe I did. Because, I can't see very well. So I said, oh, I'll just add some more mayo to
balance it out a little bit.
I think I just put the amount of mayo and mustard just in mustard alone.
Yeah.
So I said, I'll just put some mayo in there to balance it out. So I added a good amount of mayo.
Stirred it up real nice. And then she said, all right, I'm going to try it. She took a bite of the filling.
And your mom said, is it better?
And Amy goes, nope, mustard in a bowl.
It was not what I was looking for.
Mustard in a bowl. It wasn't good. I don't think anybody ate a deviled egg that day. We just couldn't figure it out.
I never fixed it?
I don't think so.
No, I think you're right. I think we just ditched it.
Because it had all the yolks in it already. There's what can you do?
There was no coming back.
I was going to say, there's no coming back from that. All right, my second one. This is another obvious one. I think my people you want to live with or want to be quarantined with,
Yes.
a little more obvious than the ones you don't want to be quarantined with. My second pick is Jeannie.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Right?
that's a great pick.
Again, like Rapunzel, used to living in tiny spots, tiny places.
True, very true.
Wouldn't mind
Even
being
tinier.
locked in.
Yeah, he doesn't
He's used
care
to
about
that. Remember, phenomenal cosmic power.
He would think that was
Itty
amazing
bitty
if he was like in an
you
actual
remember
house. Sorry.
My quote. Phenomenal cosmic power. Itty bitty living space is what I was trying to say.
Sorry.
Can you do it? Can you do the voice to it again?
Phenomenal cosmic powers.
That's pretty good. No, I should have had you just do that since it's my turn.
Obviously.
So what were you saying about...
No, I was just saying he would think if it was like a whole house, he would be like,
Yeah.
dude, this is amazing. You have so much space.
That's exactly right. So now, and then he comes
So
out.
many more room for activities.
So much room for activities. Even if you can even build bunk beds. So you rub the magic lamp, he comes out, and then you have 3 wishes. You have to be careful, right? Because
You do. You have to watch out. You only get 3.
You got to last the quarantine. So what do you ask for? Do you ask for a bigger house? Do you ask for entertainment, like a game room or home theater? Do you ask for a lot of food? If you do that, you run the risk of it being perishable food.
Yeah,
That could
I
be
don't
a
think
problem.
you can ask for that.
Or maybe you go really big picture, like ask for the pandemic and the quarantine to be over.
But that's the one you should ask for.
But can the genie do that? I don't know what he can.
Right.
do.
He always has like rules.
He has rules. Like, can he change the world? It's a world event. Can he change the world event?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what I mean. I have to double check.
Maybe
on that.
not.
Oh, I did the double check that. So, but listen, he's also really, really funny. He's hilarious.
He is really
so
funny.
you live with a guy who's that funny. Don't worry, your phone can stay on the floor. I love, because I know it's impossible not to hear those little noises in here.
Sorry, I just totally dropped
When
it.
she drops her phone, it's like, boom, and then she all of a sudden, Amy just shuts her mouth and. Let me hold the headphones for you while you get the phone. Anyway, don't bang your head on the table while you. So anyway, like I said, the genie's a kind of another
that's a good
obvious
pick.
one.
Oh,
But-
I would never have thought of him actually.
No, well
I thought-
now I'm curious. Was this your third one?
Yeah,
What's the third one?
my last one, but no, I didn't think of him. My last one, you know what's really embarrassing is I actually just again took Lex's word for it that this is his name. I thought of it, but then I said, "What is this person's name?" And she was like so confident that this was his name. My pick is Barley from Onward.
Yeah, the older brother.
That's his name.
Yeah, Barley.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah,
I meant to look it
it
up.
doesn't
but I
sound
forgot.
like a real name. It
That's
doesn't.
why I was like,
What is it? Ian and Barley.
Ian and Barley, yeah. So my pick is Barley from Onward. So I know not everyone has seen it.
He's like the nicest dude ever.
He is the nicest dude, and that's part of why.
Yeah.
But okay, so I know not everyone's seen it, but I know most people probably at least know the idea is that It's these two brothers, and their dad passed away, but they have an opportunity to have 24 hours with the dad. But it turns into like a whole quest situation. So the reason that I picked Barley is because, first of all, he can solve absolutely any problem and is super brave enough to go he is so brave. He would go to any store right now. He would like go to the hospital if you wanted him to, like anywhere that you're like, oh my gosh, well, like, you know how people during the quarantine are that's the last place I want to end up. I'm just saying, I don't know why.
Do you use a vending machine or the
bathroom?
bathroom?
I'm just saying, he would go any place you're like, I would not risk it going there right now. He would totally go as long as you told him it was a quest. Because he thinks quests are like the best things ever. So he would get you anything you needed. And also, he's so encouraging.
He's really super nice.
He is like the biggest cheerleader ever. And that is what you need. Like, imagine if you were like, I just need to wash these dishes. And you washed like one dish and he was like, oh my God, we washed that dish. You didn't think you could do that, but you did it. Like, I feel like he would do that all day.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And everyone needs a little cheerleader.
Especially now. Everyone needs a little bit of
during this quarantine.
A cheerleader or a kick in the butt, one or the other. Like a kick in the butt to get stuff done. He also does that.
If that's what you need, he'll do it.
Yeah.
He's awesome. He's one of the best characters ever, I think.
He's also got a nice van to drive around
in. He does.
Take a little breather.
It's very spacious.
Road trip as long as you don't have to go get gas. Be smart.
No, he wouldn't mind getting gas.
I'm just saying you shouldn't get gas unless you have to get gas.
That's true.
I think. Isn't that the rule now? I don't even know.
I have no idea.
Can't even keep this stuff straight anymore.
It's a little confusing. I just literally don't leave and then I know I'm not breaking any rules.
Yeah, really. All right, I like Barley. I can get behind Barley.
Yeah.
So, all right, my third one's a bit of a stretch.
Okay,
I'm just gonna let you know.
I like stretches.
But I thought about it, and the more I thought about it, the more I stand behind this pick. Okay, and my pick is Man from Bambi.
Okay.
This is why.
Tell me why.
Look, we're gonna need food if stuff goes completely sideways.
True.
And we can't go and you know the store's running out of meat. Tyson's complaining that they can't make chicken right now. So we're going to need meat, right?
Right.
I'm not a hunter at all. Like,
no, you are not.
Like,
if I am not a good cook, you are not a good hunter.
No, I'm not a gatherer either.
No.
I'm not a hunter or a gatherer, right?
Correct.
It reminds me of those memes that were going around when this all first started going down. With they're saying we have to find our own food. I don't even know where Doritos live.
That's really what I've been in the bathroom with. Or those spicy nacho Doritos.
Yeah, spicy Doritos. So, so we're going to need, listen, I'm not a hunter, so I've never shot a living thing. I've never even held a gun in my life, right?
True.
But Man's done all that.
He sure has. He is an expert at that.
When he shoots Bambi's mother, right? He's not thinking.
Your mother can no longer be with you.
Right. He's not thinking about it.
No.
He's not worried about it.
That's just what he does.
He's out in the woods with camouflage on. Fair or not.
He doesn't care if it's Bambi's mom.
No, fair or not. He takes Bambi's mom out, and then God knows what he does with the rest of the meat. I'm assuming he eats it because he's a hunter, right? So I need someone to take care of hunting and doing all the after hunting stuff, right? Like I need my meat to look like it does coming out of the grocery case. Like cut up, butchered, packaged, no fur or hair or hooves or face. So I need somebody.
So he's going to do that, and then Rapunzel's going to clean it up after.
Yeah. So I need somebody to go into the woods.
Right.
I like chicken. I don't know if there's chickens in the woods. I would eat venison. I don't mind venison at all. Maybe he's a good fisherman, Man.
Yeah, you like fish.
We only see Man for 1 second. If his name's Man, I'm assuming he's a decent fisherman as well.
I would say
fisherman.
Yeah, I mean it's right there in the word.
So he could do all those things and get them to us in like he's living here, so he does it in a regular, timely manner, and then I'll cook it all, and then Man can sit and have dinner with us every night, and then he obviously has first dibs on the leftovers the next day because he was the one that
he's the one who got it for you.
Yeah, but
the reason it's there.
He'll keep our freezer stocked with meat.
What if
Butcher Box goes down and they're not serving this anymore, sending this meat anymore?
Just get Man
frozen
in here.
Chicken and pork loin. I can't kill a pig.
No, you can't.
Man can. So that's why I'm serious. Man would be awesome. So that's my third pick.
It's a good pick. I don't think it's a stretch. I think it's pretty good.
No,
I mean, I'm into it.
Listen, again, hunting, gathering, fishing.
Right.
I like fishing a lot. I'm just not good at it.
No, I don't think
I think I was like 28 before I baited a hook with a minnow.
that's probably true.
Like I remember grabbing a minnow in a bucket, being like, I can't put a hook through this thing's face. It's scary. You don't want to do
No,
that.
that's not your scene. That's not
Anyway.
your scene.
Yeah. So now, all right. So now we're moving on to characters we would not want to be quarantined with.
Right.
The opposite of man, who would be great.
Correct.
All right. Amy Liz, let's hear it. What
All
do you
right,
got
so
for
the
your first
first
one?
person I thought of that 100% under no circumstances would I ever want to be quarantined with, my first pick is Cruella DeVille.
Sorry, I was taking a drink. Yeah, okay. Let's
Okay,
hear your
so
reasons why.
first of
'Cause I
all-
think she would be an excellent roommate. All that smoke. killing the
First of
dogs.
all, if you had a dog, all she would do was try to kill and eat your dog and make
Does
a.
she eat them?
Well, I just assumed, but she would at least
I don't remember that
kill
part of the
them
movie.
and make like coats out of them. She would only talk about dogs the whole time. Plus, I'm completely terrified of her,
Yeah, she's not. She's
so
not.
I do not want to be anywhere near her.
And she has yellow eyes. And
So
teeth.
the idea of being in any kind of place with her for like 9 straight weeks is horrible,
Yeah, that's a good point.
right? Like
That's a good point.
she's not going to be good company. She's really crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Roger can't be, is his name Roger?
Yeah, Roger.
Can't be with her for 12 seconds.
Right.
Without writing a song about her.
Yeah, and I don't think she would like that
There's a little bit
song.
of bullying back then, by the way, him writing that song.
It really was. We never talked about that.
Like, that's not flying.
It's pretty rush. I mean,
That's
pretty
not
rough.
flying today. That's
No.
in a movie now. They're like, well, you got to cut Cruella some slack. She had a rough childhood.
Yeah, you don't know what she's been through.
Grew up on Madison
That's
Avenue,
a good point.
wearing fur coats made of puppies.
You don't really know where she grew up, though.
No, I don't know. Madison Avenue is where the advertising is, too. It's not even like a,
Yeah.
I don't know where she grew up. But it's not. It's a good
Fair.
pick.
Thank you.
So you got on Cruella?
I'm done.
All right.
I'm out.
My first pick, and I don't know how, he should be on your list, Iago.
Oh my gosh, that would be the worst thing ever. I did not even think of
Let's get this way out of the first. Let's get this out of the way first. I'm sorry, I couldn't catch up.
Oh, he's the worst.
I was thinking so fast, my mouth couldn't catch up with it. I'm not a bird fan. I don't like birds.
No, me neither.
I've never liked birds.
We are not a bird family.
I had a bird when I was a kid.
You
and,
did.
I didn't
Your
like
grandmother
it.
got it for you, right?
Yeah. One of those like budgies, those little parakeets is what we had. My brother Sean and I each had one, and his died within like a couple of weeks. And mine hung around for like 4 years. It was crazy. And then I think he may have killed it by spraying it with Windex. Not on purpose. My mom asked him to Windex.
I did hear that story.
He was like 5. My mom asked him to Windex the cage, not knowing that a 5-year-old would just go up with a can of Windex and spray
Right.
the cage.
Into the
into the bird.
bird.
I don't think that actually killed it, but it wasn't. It might have
It
been
didn't
a
help.
contributing factor. I don't. Again, this is for the joke, but that may have happened. It's a story that I've heard. I don't remember.
I
it
definitely heard
happening.
that story.
Anyway, I think my fear and like phobia of birds goes back to like when I was a kid on the beach in New Jersey.
Yes.
And
They are
you're
pretty
eating-
intimidating.
You're eating like a hot dog
Yes.
from the hot dog stand, and a darn seagull swoops down and pulls it out of your hand while you're eating it. I've never liked birds since then. Like a 5-year-old
would?
kid and a bird,
That is traumatic.
seagulls are gross. They
Well,
all
they're
come
just,
in
they're not
groups
kind to
and,
you.
and I do that. Like that thing.
So if you guys are listening to this, it's already a pretty crazy noise. But imagine being next to him and having the headphones. It's like amplified. Sorry, he's making these crazy, I assume, seagull-like faces. It does not look like any seagull I've ever seen.
I don't do a good seagull impression. Anyway, so compound my bird phobia thing with the voice that Iago has.
Oh,
and
it's
think about having
terrible.
to deal with that 24 hours a day for 7
Oh,
days a week.
that's a
for 8 weeks.
surprise. I'm going to have a heart attack and die from that surprise.
That's pretty good.
No, I'm excellent.
Is
I'm an excellent Iago.
is Iago like an old
Little Jewish.
Yeah, it's like an old Jewish lady.
It got more Jewish as I went on, I think. I'm Jewish, by the way. I'm not trying to offend anyone.
Your roots started coming out a little bit more. You were like doing the coffee talk with Linda Richmond there. No big whoop. You started sounding like
It's
Barbara
kind of how
Streisand.
he says it, though, I think.
It is. I didn't realize that Gilbert Gottfried is probably Jewish. I don't know that for a fact.
Yeah, I actually
But
never
now
thought
it
about
sounds to me that he probably is. It makes sense that he had that accent and that voice. I never actually thought of that ever in my life until right now. I think it took you doing
You're
that.
welcome.
You doing that
You're
impression?
welcome. Oh, why didn't I think of Maui?
I don't.
Oh, Maui would be awesome to be quarantined with.
Anyway,
Go on.
this is mine.
That's what we're talking about.
But I was going to say, is even if you're like listening to an interesting or a funny story from Iago, he's still doing it in that voice. Like, even if he has a cool thing to tell you, he's like, well, the other day I went to the store. And you're like, oh my God, stop talking.
And it's
drives
very
me
high
crazy.
pitched and
Yeah.
very loud.
When I listen to,
Like,
it's funny.
Again, 9 weeks of that. That is.
And counting. Like, we're still
Yeah,
going.
that's a really good point.
Like,
and he
this
doesn't seem like he has a whole lot of quiet time.
No, he's not whispering in a corner somewhere.
No, and he's never not talking.
He's not like, hello, boys and girls. We're going to have quiet time. We're going to read some books.
But like when you're,
He's always like, oh my God.
yeah, like every scene he's in, he's talking.
Yeah. And loudly and screaming.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, another reason why, listen, I didn't like Enchanted Tiki Room under new management for any reason whatsoever. But one of the reasons why I disliked it so much was, and I think Gilbert Gottfried is very funny. Like, I've seen his stand-up. I've seen him do his Jerry Seinfeld impression. He's a really funny comic. And his voice, that's not even his real voice.
Right. It's for the
It's
character.
a character, but it's
Sure.
like, it's, oh my God, it's so hard to listen to. Like, I can't imagine, when I called Disney the travel agent line for work, and one of the songs that is in their loop that's been played for the last few years is the Never Had a Friend Like Me from the Enchanted Tiki Room under new management.
Okay.
So it's him doing the song, the I got $1 million crackers in the bank and I'm going to get $1 billion more.
Right.
And you're like, I'm listening to it. I'm like, I got to get off this phone call. I can't deal with this. So yeah, that's my answer. Iago,
That's
I think
an excellent answer.
no matter what, like, yeah, he can fly. He could go. Like,
it doesn't matter. He
don't
doesn't have
care.
enough to overcome.
no, he's not bringing enough.
There's not enough to outweigh the
No,
bad.
you're right. That's exactly right. All
I
right.
get it.
What's your next one?
Okay. So my next one is Gaston.
Okay.
You would not.
I thought
want to be
about
quarantined
him
with
as
Gaston.
one of my.
I did too because of the
Guys.
hunting aspect, but then I was like, no way.
I
Because
use hamsters in all of my decorating.
first of all, he is not a kind soul.
No.
I don't think he has a good heart.
Funny.
Yeah, okay, but he
not
doesn't
even
have
on
a good
purpose
heart.
funny.
No. And
He's kind of a JERK.
and I feel like he
I can't say it. I'm afraid kids are listening.
we spell it all day. Not all
I
day.
know.
We don't
We're
use it
spelling
often,
that word.
but-
It's you're saying something.
Yeah. But yeah, it's true. But no, because Gaston, all he would do was look at himself in the mirror,
Yes.
talk about himself.
Kinda like
and he I actually pretend we don't have mirrors. I think you said
During the quarantine, me too.
same.
I go to the
but
bathroom.
so-
I'm like, yeah, I'll turn the light off. I don't need to
So,
see.
and he would
I
expect
know
you
where
to
the
wait,
toilet is.
and he would expect you to wait on him hand to foot.
It's true.
Wouldn't
yeah.
he?
You, maybe not me. Maybe he and I could be like buddies.
I don't think he would be your buddy.
I'm pretty manly.
I don't think he has any friends. Like LeFou
LeFou's
isn't
his
his friend. Oh my gosh, is that how he treats a friend? Do you want to be a friend with him?
I've seen how he treats his enemies, like Maurice when he throws him in jail.
Right.
For the insane asylum.
Is he nice to LeFou when he smashes him into a snowbank?
No,
and
it's
then
true.
the guy's
LeFou's
stuck
just in love
snow?
with him, which is the problem.
I don't know about all that. I'm
Well,
just
that's
saying.
what they did with the live action movie.
That's true. But what I'm telling you is that he is not a good friend. I don't
He
think you would
wants
want
to be Gaston.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. He wants to be him.
Right. So sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just saying. I think that he would be a terrible quarantine roommate.
Yeah. The only thing I can think of his positives is the hunting thing.
Right. But like, is he going to hunt and
Not for you.
enough for you? That's what
No,
I'm
it's
saying.
just-
Like,
that's-
he would just get himself food.
Yeah, he's gonna come back already
Right.
eating like the
He's gonna,
deer
like, be
raw
walking in. Yeah.
on the road home. Like, I'm such
He's
a
not
man.
getting
I ate
anything
it.
for you.
I ate it on the road. I'm using its bones as a toothpick.
Plus, he eats so much. He eats 12 dozen eggs.
Yeah. Oh man, we'd be so much trouble. Actually, we did not overbuy eggs like a lot of people did during this whole
No,
thing.
we didn't.
But my dad went shopping for us one day because he was getting into the grocery stores early because he's a senior citizen.
Yeah, it was so
So-
nice.
He amazingly went and picked us up some groceries and dropped them off, and they got us like 2 or 3 dozen eggs.
Yeah, they got a lot
And
of
I
eggs.
was like, we don't eat that many
what are we
eggs.
going to do with all these eggs?
We still have like 20 something of them,
Yes.
and they've been in the fridge for like a month. I'm just saying, like, we will eat them before they go bad.
But if Gaston was here, they would have been gone
They've
in
gone
one day.
already. Yeah, he eats 5 dozen eggs now, doesn't he?
Oh, right, right.
He ate the other ones. He ate 4 dozen when he was a kid. Now it's
Every
5
morning. Every morning.
dozen. Way too many eggs.
So many eggs.
It's a lot of protein
I'm telling you.
You gotta work out a lot.
lot.
for a lot of protein.
True.
All right, my next one. This is the very obvious one. It's Eeyore.
Oh my gosh, that's a good point.
Seriously, he's such a downer on even
Yes.
the brightest, nicest, sunniest non-quarantine day. I don't need his negativity in my life during all this.
I agree.
There's no way. I've normally I'm a pretty upbeat, happy person. I've had a lot of down moments during this whole thing. I don't need him around.
No, we really don't. We don't need
Like-
anyone telling us.
I'm like, oh, it's beautiful outside here. I'm going for a walk. Oh, well, you still can't go to the theme parks. And it looks like the NBA season is canceled. Like, thanks a lot, Eeyore.
I'm trying to find the silver lining. You
I looked at Twitter when I woke up this morning, Eeyore. I got the news. I know what's going on. You don't have to tell me all day. You
so
don't
true.
be a negative Nelly, buddy. I got it. Like, we don't need it. We don't need that.
No, you don't.
And I can't spend my entire day trying to cheer Eeyore up.
No, right. You're already trying to cheer yourself
I'm
up.
exactly right. I'm trying to cheer myself
Like,
up.
really
I'm
good point.
Trying to find something to look forward to at night that I could do. Because that's when it hits you. During the day, you're busy.
Yeah, no, I think it's true.
At night,
I think
evening, after dinner, you're like, ugh.
anytime between like 5 and 8, I think is like the rough.
And it's fun to hang out with the kids, but if Eeyore was here, he's ruining it for me.
No, yeah, he's not gonna let you have fun with him.
Like, he's a bad roommate overall. Which is why he lives by
That's true.
himself in
I
a
don't-
100 acre wood.
I don't feel like he would add anything positive either. He doesn't seem to do much.
No.
That
What-
would
No.
that would contribute.
Once in a while, he'll spin a yarn that'll end with a gem. Like, he'll tell you, like,
All right,
like once in a while, he'll be like,
you just watch a movie together.
I'll be like, that's why we're friends. And you're like, oh, yeah, that's perfect. You made sticks into a stick house. And you're like, all right, I don't even know what that means, but thank you, Eeyore, I guess. You just have to kind of prop his own ego up so much that it's just not worth the time.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Anyway, all right, sorry. Go ahead, you're up.
So I
I think Eeyore's that's a popular pick.
I think
Like,
yours is really
you're,
good.
If you're polling Disney fans.
You're like thinking of that initially.
Yeah.
I think
I also thought of Al, because Al's kind of pretentious.
Oh yeah, he would be annoying.
And he's so like uppity and he's always right.
Yeah, no, he is always right.
Man, I
yeah,
couldn't
you
deal with
don't.
that
You
either.
do not need to be with someone who's always right.
No.
Like, OMG.
Actually, it's more. I will put that on me.
Yes.
I am much more the always right person.
I'm
than
like,
you
dude.
are. I know. Pot. This is the cattle.
Exactly.
The cattle culture black.
No, I'm all about like, oh, that. You know what? That was on me. That was on me.
Yeah, I'm much more like I'm right, you're wrong.
Yes.
But
oh,
I
it's
will.
the best when you're wrong and I can prove it. Oh,
But I admit it. I will.
oh, he
admit it
does.
eventually.
No, you
Yeah.
do. You do.
I'm
You-
not like a complete.
No,
you know.
I you know what? When something happens, what I've gotten so good at, especially during this quarantine, is being like, Aim, don't say anything. Just stay silent. And in 5 to 10 minutes, he's going to realize, and it's going to be awesome. And he's going to be like, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry. And I'm like, oh, this is great. Like, have you noticed how smooth it's gotten once I figured that out?
I don't know if that's true.
Definitely true.
I'm not going to talk about my techniques to keep you sane during this quarantine and to keep myself from getting things thrown at me.
Oh, stop.
Anyway, let's not get ourselves into trouble.
My point is,
Is this your third one?
yeah,
that's
so this
coming
is
out?
my last one, but
Oh.
I have 3.
Okay.
Um,
Do they go together?
not even at all.
Okay. So you were like, I have a list of 6, but I'm going to go with 8 or 9 instead.
Yeah, like I just thought of other ones, but I'm gonna if it's okay with you, I'm just gonna say them because
Yeah,
there's not like a lot to any of them. So my first, I will say, actually, I have an honorable mention because I only have one thing about this person. But when you first said who wouldn't you want to be quarantined with, I was like, obviously Aurora, Sleeping Beauty, because she would just sleep the whole time. Like,
Yeah.
she wouldn't do anything.
I mean, obviously, she's
Right.
sleeping.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a bad pick. Don't pick her.
Right.
She's not going to help you.
But then she's not going to eat much. which
Unless
is good.
that's true, but unless you're like a handsome person who's going to kiss her. But even then, after that, she doesn't have like
Have
a
you
lot.
seen me?
She doesn't have like a lot to add. I don't think to the table. She's like young.
She's in the entire movie except like the 7-8 minutes when she's asleep, and she's got the fewest lines of dialogue of any
Yeah, she doesn't have a lot
Disney
going
princess
on.
ever.
So don't pick her.
And the shortest screen time for any Disney princess.
Oh,
when
that's
the
true.
movie is named after her.
It's just so strange.
So
But
you're learning all kinds of new stuff on
I
this
know
podcast.
this is so much trivia. So then my another pick was Anger from Inside Out. That was my Pixar pick.
Nice. Okay.
Because first of all, he would have temper tantrums all the time. Like every little thing would set him off.
Yeah, it's true. I feel like he's reasonably angry though. Like, Although it might not be fun to be on the opposite end of that reasonable anger. He's pretty reasonably angry.
You feel like
no, he's not. With the pizza.
I think that everything that happens, he's like, "Oh my gosh!" Like,
yeah.
Your shoe gets untied. He's like, "What am I going to do now? This is ridiculous."
Yeah.
So, like, I think that would be very difficult to handle, as well as the fact that when he gets really mad, his head gets on fire, so you could like set your whole house.
You got to be careful.
You got to be careful.
Yeah,
you could have no house to be quarantined in.
Yeah, you don't want that.
And then my last pick was all of my own, but Alexa read it and she was like, "That's my favorite pick of all the ones you have." So I feel like I need to say it for her. I'm sorry to all of you people who have not ever watched Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, but my pick...
Who hasn't watched Mickey Mouse Clubhouse?
I don't know. Anyone who hasn't. My pick is Mickey Mouse, but specifically Mickey Mouse from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, because he would just make you try to figure out which Mascatool you should use every time you have a little problem. You'd be like, "Oh no, the store ran out of toilet paper." He'd be like, "Okay, these are the 3 things that you can use. Which one is right?" And you're like, "I just have to go to the bathroom."
Now I want to know the 3 things he would recommend for toilet paper.
You want to know the 3 things?
Tissues, a tennis racket.
If you asked PJ, somehow an elephant would be involved, because he says every episode there's an elephant.
That's PJ, our brother-in-law, my sister's husband. Yeah.
Yes.
They have a toddler. My nephew is almost 2. So yeah, they watch a lot of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. We've had those years really where we watched it. It may have been on today for a little bit.
You know what though? Now I'm thinking about Mickey Mouse from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. If he brought Toodles, he'd be in pretty good shape.
At least he gets stuff done. Excuse me,
but what's Toodles going to do? He's just going to help you, like,
he's going to get to it, man. He's going to get to it.
Get to it. That's a good point. But I still think that I couldn't pick between especially those 2, because I thought they were both pretty decent picks for not wanting to be quarantined with them.
That's pretty good.
What is your last one?
Although, yeah, I have nothing to add on that one. All right. I hope this is good enough to end it on. I should have ended it on Eeyore.
I'm sure you're good.
My last pick, Moana.
Okay, and I'll listen to this.
You'll listen to this one?
What's this about?
Here's the deal with Moana.
Let me
She
hear.
can't listen to authority and stay put. She can't stay on her island.
That is a really good point.
She can't stay on an island.
She would
How would you able to stay in
constantly
a
be
house?
breaking quarantine. It's a really good point.
She's not listening, always leaving.
She would not social distance either.
No. She got everything she needs, right? She's got a beautiful island, loving family, food. She's got a chicken. She's got pork. and the little pig guy.
That's her best friend, Pua.
She's hungry.
She's not going to eat Pua.
Amazing weather, beaches, and she's still not satisfied.
That's a good point.
She has all that. You think she's going to stay in a house?
No,
for
she's
8
not
weeks?
staying in a house.
No,
because she needs to get back to the water.
exactly. That's the whole thing. Is what she said
Sure.
from the time she's an infant.
That's a good point.
All she wants to do is go to the beach. You can't go to the beach right now. Only in Florida.
So what if you were quarantined with her, like, on a lake?
California, they closed the beaches again.
But what if you were, like,
No, she still
quarantined
wants to get to
in a
the water.
lake house?
She still wants to get to the water. She can't sit still. She's an adventurer. She's an explorer. She can't.
Right.
She's a voyager. She
is a voyager,
She's
it's
from a
true.
family of voyagers. She can't sit still. Why? Like, why does she need to leave the island where she is? Because a couple of bad coconuts? Like, couldn't that have been just a coincidence that a couple of coconuts were rotten? But then her dad's like, you can't go anywhere, okay? Listen, her dad's the boss. He's the chief. And he's like, Moana, listen, stay here, all right? And her grandmother...
Kind of like the governor.
Exactly. Or the president, the governor.
Right.
And her grandmother is like one of those crazy, like, online personalities who's like, Moana, you got to go.
You're
Just
fine.
go.
You're fine. You're fine. Your
You'll be
dad's
fine.
wrong.
You'll be fine. Just go. Just go to the store. You'll be fine.
This
Go
is
to the
excellent.
beach, Moana. You're going to be okay. And she's not. It's dangerous. And
No, she is not in good shape for a long time.
No. And she always has this overwhelming urge to leave, like whatever situation she's in. So you really think if she's in a house,
No.
even if it's in a
She's not
nice
making it
sized
4 days.
house, no. And her, I just think, listen, I can't be quarantined with anyone who's not going to pay to listen to the rules and pay attention.
It's true. We are a very good rule follower.
Yeah, and if you're a kid, like she's a kid, right? She's like 15, 16 years old.
Is she
Moana.
that young? Yeah, you're probably
Yeah.
right.
The only reason I picked Rapunzel on my list is she's 18. She's an adult.
She's got it.
She's figured it out. She's,
Well, she is a very good listener.
she's listened her whole life.
Yeah, she
Moana-
didn't leave until she was 18.
Right.
It's a lot of years.
Right. So that buys us how many years in Moana's case? Like 4?
Right.
3? I mean, it'll be over by then.
Right.
So we need that. That's why Moana, She's
can't. Out.
Yeah, she can't be. You can't be quarantined. As good of a voice that she has, as brave as she is, she's out. She's gonna go somewhere and come back and get everybody sick. That's what she's gonna do.
I think that's a really good point.
Yep, that's it. That's all I got.
Oh, this was really fun. Thank you.
This was fun. No, I'm glad.
This is a great idea, Chris.
Chris, thanks again for the topic. This is a really fun one. I hope people enjoyed it and laughed. That's what we're trying to do. I hope we didn't stretch too far. I think the jokes were good.
I think they were good, and I would love to hear other people's ideas.
Yes, Amy's running the podcast again, everybody. So, this is a great question. Ames, why don't you ask it? If everybody wants to submit their ideas.
Who would you want to be quarantined with, and who would you not want to be quarantined with? Please let us know.
I can tell that you one of the answers right now to the who would you want to be quarantined with. I'm not kidding. This is an honest compliment. My wife has been amazing.
Oh,
not kidding around. Amy's done
nice.
Everything with the kids as far as literally everything as far as homeschooling goes. She reads every night to them. She handles like bedtime, bath time. She's super mom. So that's who, if you can deal with the Oreos and the,
love Oreos.
The nachos.
Oh, the spicy nacho Doritos. Guys, if anyone is looking for a salty treat, try spicy nacho Doritos because they are amazing.
I've never had those until.
They will turn your quarantine upside down.
We don't really buy Doritos in our house.
No, I don't know why we did.
Because we bought them just because Zoe and Jack loved the Cool Ranch.
Yes, and Lex wanted
So then
to
I was
them.
I was feeling bad for myself one day. I was like, I want to get regular Doritos. And you were like, why don't you get those spicy nacho ones too?
Yeah, you were like, try those.
We never buy that stuff.
Oh dear.
Because you and I
have gotten them.
Well, we're both like salty snack junkies.
Yes.
So that's why we don't buy it, because we would sit there and eat the whole bag.
That's true.
And we did.
That's true. Twice.
I'm not buying them again.
No.
Anyway, Ames, thank you so much for being on the show. This is a lot of fun. And for being my quarantine buddy. I really appreciate it.
And thank you, because just so you guys know, he has picked up all the slack with the dog, and he cooks every day. He makes us all food, and he's really fun and nice and funny.
I mean, all right.
And good to be with.
I think my compliments were
better. Of course he does.
I'm only kidding. No, listen, I hope you guys are having it, as you're listening to this, are having a good day. It's a crazy time, but listen, I got to think we're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
I feel like every day there's little bits of like, okay, yes, we can see this, where this is heading, and we can.
Yeah, toilet paper's back on the shelves.
Yep, this is gonna. Yes,
you
you're
can
right.
get meat easier.
Yep,
you can get deliveries to your house on Amazon easier.
And listen, I
people
feel like
are freaking out less. We're learning how to deal with it.
And I think that places are trying to figure out a way to safely open back up, whether that's, in a month or a couple weeks or what have you. But I think that people are really being careful and cautious, but saying, okay, we're not going to stay closed forever. We're going to figure this out.
Right. Exactly right. So yeah, we're getting there.
You guys just hang in there, and we're going to get through this.
And if you are stressed out and are depressed, then seriously, there's so many things. Go onto YouTube. There's so many Disney things you can do. Not that it cures depression, obviously, but you can spend so much time. I do it at night all the time.
That's true.
If I'm a little, I had a little funky day. I'm going to ride Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland. I can go on YouTube.
Oh, and you know what else?
I'm going to listen to music, or I'm going to cook a Adventureland recipe. I said this in the podcast
like
last week.
Bang Beef Skewers.
Like the Bang Beef Skewers while we're listening to Adventureland music loops.
It does really cheer you up. But also I want to recommend really fast, because I didn't get to do that podcast with you and Lex, which sounded like it was awesome. But I do want to say, because the one thing that I thought of is this new thing that the kids and I just got into. It's called diamond painting. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but it's awesome. Just look at it. I can't even describe it. Just look it up. But there's a million Disney ones. And anyone who's like a Disney fan and who's like, oh, I have a lot of time on my hands and I feel like I want to do something. You can do it while you're watching TV, while you're talking on the phone. You can do it like multitask, but it's super fun, and you're going to have a beautiful display piece afterwards, and you can put it up around your house, and you feel like you accomplished something great during the quarantine.
That's cool. I will not be doing those because they look stressful to me.
He gets really stressed out, but
There's just so many things to do.
I'm making him a Disney castle diamond painting.
I'm super excited. I can't wait to hang it up.
He's excited.
That's not my idea of Shrek.
But for people who are into it, you guys will be like, "Oh, this looks amazing!"
I think
I'm
Amy
telling
has
you.
stock in the diamond painting people.
I don't even know.
I think I didn't know when she bought when the stocks were low. You bought in at $1 a share. You're like, I got this now. I'm going to make all the money.
I do want to recommend that to people because we just discovered. I think we're late.
It is cool. No, it's cool. It looks fun, but it's just not my scene. Anyway, Ames, you're the best. This was fun.
Thank you. This was a great time.
And we'll have you on again soon. I got to check the schedule out. Got a lot of people lined up, to come on.
All right.
All right. Thanks again.
Thank you so much.
And that's going to do it for this week's episode of the Ear to There Disney Podcast. Thanks again so much to my wife, Ames. She's the best, and I want to get her on more shows. It's just hard, like we were saying earlier. It's hard to find time to record when you can't leave the house, your kids can't leave the house. You're always here. So this one was a lot of fun to record with Ames. And thank you so much for listening to this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Just like I hope you enjoy each and every episode that I put out there. We have lots of fun things coming up over the next few weeks. The 200th episode is coming in a couple of weeks, which is crazy, even though I've done about 340 different shows on the Ear to There Disney Podcast. The official numbered shows are right about at 200. So keep an eye out for that and for all kinds of stuff that's coming up. Again, I hope you're having a great week when you listen to this. Hope you're having a great day. I hope you and your family are doing well, staying safe. And like we said earlier, there's a light, man. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. We're getting there. So thanks so much for listening. Have an amazing week. Bye-bye.
Ear to there.